Welcome back to the Creative Tribe podcast. This is a podcast about all the things that fuel a creative lifestyle. I'm Brian,
And I'm Rita.
and together we are Label Me Other. Label Me Other is our production company, and one of our goals is to create creative problem solvers. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, then head over to our TikTok, search for Label Me Other, and join our creative tribe. We post over there daily. And if you like the podcast, wherever you're listening, give us a like and a follow. If you have any questions in the realm of content creation and starting a creative lifestyle, you can email us at labelmeother@gmail.com. All right, so starting off the top is our vent session. This is a part where we get anything off of our chest that may be getting on our nerves or whatever,
Yeah.
because we believe that one of the keys in a creative lifestyle is having the space to shake off any negative energy you may have stored within. So
Yeah.
what's your vent? Do you have a vent?
Yeah. So, it's not like a proper vent, I guess. But mine for today is finding the creative desire. I feel like this is true to
Mm,
what I've been struggling with maybe the last few weeks. And, sometimes you have things that you need to get done, but it's like you just can't find that like desire to want to do it. And
mhm.
so then it ends up just dragging on and on. And so I'm kind of in that limbo now, and I've I'm letting go of the procrastination, I guess, in essence. And so now that I'm doing the work, I'm realizing that like it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. It's like, why do we always have like this hump in getting into the work, which I'm making a couple posts about that today, but it's like this hump in getting into the work. But when you actually do it, it's like, oh,
It's not
I
that
made
bad.
that out to be much worse than it was.
Yeah, yeah. I know one thing. I go through the same thing. One thing that I do, I have to kind of like kick myself in the butt to get started. So I'll set a timer for like 5 or 10 minutes
Hmm.
and be like, okay, that's all I'm going to do. I'll
Yeah.
tell myself this. That's all I'm going to do is just 5 or 10 minutes of work. And then, but I find out that once that 5 or 10 minutes are over, I'm okay to continue to work. I'll be like, oh, well, I can work for like another 30 minutes. And
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
you just have, sometimes you have to just kick yourself in the butt to
Yeah.
at least start. And then once you get started, you realize, oh, it's not bad. This is actually easy. And then
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
finish whatever you're working on.
Yeah. It's like the thought of the work or the whatever cloud that's over the work, it just prevents you from wanting to jump into it. You're like, oh, I'm gonna have to deal with that, or I'm gonna have to deal with, I don't know, just something random like I captured crappy audio, so I'm gonna have to deal with fixing that, or I'm gonna have to deal with
Yeah.
color correcting, or I'm gonna have to deal with, and it just like makes you be like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But you're right, like setting yourself up to just be forced into the work is a great way to like just rip the band-aid off and just do it.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's my vent for today. That's what I've been currently struggling with and getting through. So
Let's get on to the main topic. And what we want to talk about today is keeping your confidence in new creative spaces.
mm,
And it's just something just I don't know, it's just I'm going through something because it's like, we're trying to, get started on YouTube again. And I'm looking at
yeah,
other creators and for I'm going through something to where it's like, am I good enough? Like, is the content that I'm producing, does it compare to how does it compare to the other creators that's on YouTube? And it's
yeah,
like, I know I shouldn't compare myself to other creators, but it's like, man, it's like you see it and you're like, man, I don't know if what I'm creating is going to cut through.
yeah. No, I get that. I totally get that. And it's hard because it's like YouTube is all like it's not people validated, but it kind of is in a sense because well, you're doing it for an audience, you're doing it to reach people, and then when it's like, okay, it's not quite there, it does make you question like, is it worth it? Is the grind worth it? And yeah, it can be rough. I'm on autopilot where I'm just like, shoot it, do it, post it. I'm on to the next. Like I don't even have time for reflection right now because otherwise I'll probably shut down.
Yeah.
So, I'm just like get her done.
Yeah.
But another thing that it made me think about with this topic is like, if you're actually a creative walking into like a new creative space, like walking into a new fresh job, like your first time ever being there, um how would one like maintain their confidence? And something that came to mind for me is like, I think you need to read the room. Like, I think if you're like a new creative going into a new environment, that you wouldn't want to come in thinking like, oh man, I'm a great white shark. I got this. Your chest puffed out. You know, you can do this and that and the other, and you
Yeah.
just can't wait to show your skills, but not realizing there could be like a blue whale in there, and you don't even know. You're trying to put your little project out there, and they could blow it out the water. So, just making sure like whenever you're going into new creative environments, to make sure that you're just like, be patient, maybe do a lot more listening than talking, kind of scope people out. Like, I don't know, I'm a scoper. I'm a one of those people who likes to see like, okay, somebody else's work so that I can know, all right, I need to kick it up in this job, or oh, I'm good, like I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's what I
I
have.
just, I mean, the hearing you talk about it, and then the more that I'm kind of thinking about it and my gears are going, I think I have to figure out like what's the main thing that always consistently cuts through, no matter what you're creating. And I'm thinking it's just value. It's like, as long as whatever you're creating or whatever I'm creating brings through value to whoever,
Mhm.
to whoever, to the viewer, I feel
Yeah.
like that's is going to always cut through, no matter, how it looks, no matter, just what you're, just
Producing.
value. Yeah, whatever you're producing, I guess value really cuts through. I should just focus on that versus, kind of being insecure about how my stuff, how our stuff like measures up to other people, to other creators.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I think it is something really to be said for like, make what you want to see. Like, you I think if you can look at your stuff, and this is just in general, like if you can look at your work and say, I'd watch this, like I would totally watch this, then I think that's the seal of approval. Like, but if you're like, man, I would have fell off or got lost or whatever, then maybe look at like tweaking it, but just make yourself be the person of the final say and approval for things. But social media is a beast. It's a beast. Like, I find it so interesting how you can do this stuff professionally and like in
Mhm.
professional settings, and then like you come on YouTube and you get humbled real quickly. You're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Well, I
Yeah,
think I think the humbleness is that, you put effort into
mm,
creating a video, and then you see your views, and I know I'm looking at the wrong things. I like you look at
yeah,
your views and you're like, man, like 4 people watch this. And it's
yeah,
like, but it's just, it's I understand that it is a grind, but I understand that also that, when you grind, that, the reward at the end is going to be worth it. So,
yeah. It's that ROI, that return on investment. Like, you need
yeah.
a little bit of return on your time that you've put into investing in it.
Yeah, but I mean, but
Yeah,
yeah, but spending time to shoot a video, to like script it out, to
yeah,
shoot it, to edit it, to get a thumbnail and to post it up, to get 6 views, 4 views
yeah,
at the beginning, it's like, it's really like, oh, it could just take the wind out of you. But I
yeah,
don't know, just like you said, just kind of just focus on creating, and then on to the next thing, on to the next thing.
yeah, yeah. So I know in the past, another thing that you had mentioned, you did a little bit of research and you found that like if you're starting out in YouTube, it takes like 100 videos or so before it really starts taking off, or like
Well, yeah,
traction.
yeah. So no, people were saying that, in order for it takes around like 100 to 200 videos before the algorithm really kind of figures you out and figures out your audience.
Ah,
So they were
okay.
saying that, through that process of making those 100, 200 videos, you get better. Make sure that you try to improve on something in each one of those videos. And then they were
Mm,
saying that by the time you get to that point, like I said, the algorithm would have figured your content out, your niche out, your audience out, and then you should see an increase um in your in your viewers. And if you're doing it right, you know, if
Yeah.
you're providing value, you know, that increase in viewers will bring along an increase in subscribers and growth and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just, you know, you just have to tough it out at the
Yeah.
beginning. You
Yeah.
just have to focus on being consistent and posting and things like that. So
Because
it's
it
a
does.
grind, but I think that it's a grind that's worth it.
Yeah. No, it has a huge potential for payoff.
Mhm.
And YouTube doesn't have any methods for boosting or anything for your content, right?
Not
I
that I know of.
I don't think it does. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's just organic. You just gotta
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it till
you
you
really I
make
mean,
it.
I'm assuming there are other ways outside of like, you know, promoting to kind of get your views up. I don't know if it's like, you know, honest, but
Ah, okay.
yeah, I'm thinking for the most part, you know, uh with the YouTube, you kind of have to organically
Make a way.
climb your way up. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right, that's all we have. Thanks for listening. Again, if you like what we're providing here, please head over to our TikTok, search for Label Me Other, and join the Creative Tribe. If you like the podcast, be sure to give us a like and a follow. And if you have any questions dealing with content creation and starting a creative lifestyle, go ahead and email us at labelmeother@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.